In a weird turn of events, it looks like we might be looking at some sort of revival for a few popular Nintendo GameCube games. Find out what this alleged Nintendo leak has in store for fans around the world. Up next. What up, guys? This is Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content and drop a like on the video. So it seems as if the month of January is the month of leaks in the gaming industry. And when doing some digging for headlines in the gaming space, I came across one that caught my eye. And this pertains to the console that in my eyes is the best console ever made. And that, in fact, is the Nintendo GameCube. So, like I said earlier, there were some leaks making the rounds on YouTube surrounding a potential revival of two very popular Nintendo games that thrived on the GameCube. And the first of these games being F-Zero. This franchise has laid dormant for years now, and fans have been clamoring for a new title since F-Zero GX on the Nintendo GameCube. In an article posted to mynintendonews.com, gaming podcaster Nate the Hate was claiming that F-Zero is due for a game in 2023. This article claims that this backs the rumors that gaming insiders Emily Rogers and Liam Robertson stated a few months ago that Nintendo is currently looking into remastering a lot of older games for their legacy gaming systems. Now, the F-Zero game mentioned is presumably a remaster of the GameCube title F-Zero GX and was a joint project between Amusement Vision and published by Nintendo. But as always, take this rumor with a huge grain of salt. And I, for one, have been dying for some type of remaster of those classic GameCube titles. Yes, we've gotten titles like Super Mario Sunshine's back in our lives via the Super Mario All-Star 3D collection, but I'm looking for more of those niche titles like Pokemon Coliseum or even XD Gale of Darkness. But I do have faith in Nintendo, oddly enough, when it comes to remastering those old titles, because I think they did a pretty great job when it comes to Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. And even talking about F-Zero GX, at the time on the GameCube was pretty great looking, which really holds up today. So an HD remake would only make that better, right? But the fun doesn't stop there, because there is yet another title making the rounds as a potential remaster of sorts, and it does continue the trend of Nintendo making efforts to remaster a bunch of Nintendo GameCube games. Now, I also want to say at this point, this could potentially be all intended for Nintendo Switch Online, but seeing these games back in the wild just kind of warms my heart. So the next game I'm mentioning here is Metroid Prime. Now, fans of this game have been kept on the hook for years, constantly hoping this game makes its long-awaited return. Back in 2022, there was pretty much a wave of optimism that this title will in fact re-release. Now that 2022 is over, 2023 seems to be the year where insiders are still very well behind this rumor. A quote from Nate the Hate on that same article on mynintendonews.com reads, "As for Metroid Prime 1, development of that game was completed late in summer of 2021. For clarity, development finished then and is still to go through QA and any localization of such. The game has been finished for quite some time now. Nintendo opted to wait to announce it and bring it back to market, for whatever reason. And to even back this claim further, a Redditor by the name of Spheromancer posted on a thread, "I don't think I've ever made a post about this before, but I am one of the mods of this sub and have gotten DMs from random Reddit users in the past. If you read through his comments, you can see his creative leaking of Skyward Sword, WarioWare, and Splatoon 3 before they were announced in an upcoming Direct. 3 months ago, the day before Nintendo's most recent Direct, he DM'd me saying Zelda fans will be crying tears of joy tomorrow, before the title was even revealed. Today, he messaged me, do you think everyone is primed and ready? He has an undefeated record so far, however, so let the speculation begin. I'd obviously guessed that this means a Metroid Prime reveal is coming very soon. So the remake of this game is allegedly already done. So why isn't it hitting our consoles? Well, when looking at Nintendo's 2023 lineup outside of Tears of the Kingdom, it seems as if there's a lot of empty space to work with when it comes to big game releases. It's also worth noting that rumors about the next big console for Nintendo are making the rounds too, so releasing a bunch of highly coveted remastered GameCube titles is a low-risk, high-reward deal. Also, a majority of these games shouldn't have a problem running on the Switch because that was a huge knock on the console in 2022. And strategically looking at it, I presume that a majority of gamers today haven't dove into the Metroid Prime franchise. So releasing a remaster for now could Prime, see what I did there? Gamers for a Metroid Prime 4 release as a launch title for Nintendo's next big console. So in closing, I just want to say let's all take this with a huge grain of salt. But as per usual, I'm going to pass this question off to you guys. What games would you personally like to see remastered from the GameCube's library? Like I mentioned earlier, for me it's Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I just love those games so much. Or a very odd niche title for me is Star Fox Adventure. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content and drop a like on the video. But I'll see you guys next time.